Hello everyone and welcome to the Dogman channel. This is Dattosai and this is Rocky. And yes, today we are going to deal about puppy biting. I get a lot of calls from the pet parents, from the new pet parents that their puppy is biting them, it's hurting them, and how do we stop it? And my solution has always surprised them because I suggest that you don't stop this behavior of puppy biting. Now you may ask why. Now let me explain it very clearly. Puppy biting is a very important developmental behavior. As they are puppies, they have very frequent activities such as peeing, pooping, eating, sleeping, and puppy biting. Yes, it is one of the most common or most important activity in a puppy's life. Mother Nature has provided them with sharper teeth but less jaw power. And why, you may ask? Because when a puppy bites you, they bite for a response, for a feedback, so that they adjust their pressure or they adjust their intensity of the bite. For example, you see two puppies playing, they bite each other, that's how they interact with each other. And if one puppy bites harder, the other puppy yelps and goes away. This will teach the puppy who has bitten the other puppy to reduce the force of the bite so that the play doesn't stop abruptly. Puppies bite to receive feedback, and this process is called acquired bite inhibition. And it's a big word to say. ABI, acquired bite inhibition. Now this can only be developed within 18 weeks of the puppyhood. After the puppy becomes an adult, there are no current ways to teach this, so please don't miss a window. Good ABI results in a safe adult dog. Let me explain you a scenario. You have a adult dog sleeping in a room. A child comes up and he by mistake steps on the dog's tail. If the dog has a good ABI, he wouldn't respond with a bite. But if the dog doesn't have that ABI, then he will surely respond with a bite, and that bite can be very fatal. So this is why it is important to teach ABI. Now ABI, it's all complicated, so let me break it down so that you'll understand. What most of the dog parents do is that once they get puppy and puppy starts biting, they try to stop the bite rather than correcting the pressure of the bite. These are the four steps that I want you guys to follow. First is reduce the intensity of the bite. You have to make the first main focus is how to reduce the intensity of the bite. The second thing is how reducing the frequency of the bites happening. And the third is trying to switch from your hand to a chew dot. Then the fourth is off or leave it command. In this command, your puppy isn't allowed to but nibble on you, allowed to chew you or mouth you. Let us break this down one by one. So how do you reduce the intensity of a bite? Ow! So this is Rocky. So as a labs do tend to mouth a lot, and he does too. Now this is him mouthing and kind of sucking on my thumb, sucking on my finger. But this isn't hurtful, so I let him continue. But once his bite gets hurtful, ouch! Ouch! Rocky, ouch! Bad dog. Bad dog. You hurt me. See? Now this response is very important so that the dog understands that which pressure, which intensity is hurting the human and which is not. Rocky. Rocky. Ouch! Ouch! Ouch, Rocky. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Ouch! Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. That's good boy, Rocky. That's good boy. That's good boy. That's good boy. Ouch! Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. Ouch! Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. Oh you. Good boy. Ouch! Ouch, Rocky. Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. Ouch! Rocky. Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. If the puppy hurts you while mouthing or while biting, go ouch, go crazy, like act it out as if you are in pain, so that the puppy understands, okay, oh my god, this guy is very sensitive, so let's be careful next time because I don't want to lose this playtime. And sometimes puppies do tend to listen, and sometimes the puppies do tend to tone it down, but other times when the puppy gets carried away, that is the time when you have to do this. You have to put the puppy down and you have to leave the room. Instead of keeping the puppy somewhere else, you have to leave the room. So the puppy will think that, oh, okay, what happened? Why this human has left me? Like, did I do something wrong? Did I bite him that hard? Is he that sensitive? Okay, well, maybe when we come back, I'll maybe bite him less so that we could continue this playtime. So this is what happens with the puppy. And you leaving away from, or you going away from the dog is very important. Like, it means a lot to a dog. If you're going away, he feels sad, and he actually analyzes himself. So what did I do wrong? Maybe next time if I tone it down a bit, maybe I'll get to play more. Ouch! Bad dog. Bad puppy.
One minute, 37 seconds later. 2,000 years later.
Okay, let's play again. Good puppy. Ouch! Yes, good puppy. Good puppy. Good puppy. Good puppy. Rocky, 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 Rocky. Good puppy. Good puppy. Ouch! Ouch! Ouch, Rocky. Yes, good puppy. So this is how you reduce the intensity of a puppy bite. And the softer you get, you reward the softer bites. It's okay if your puppy mouths your hand. It's alright, it's not a bad behavior. But you have to adjust the intensity of the bite so that it doesn't hurt you. And also so that the puppy understands how much force he can actually use. So once you have toned down the intensity of the bite, do work on the frequency of the bite happening. Introduce a chew toy. Okay buddy, I'm done. My hand is done. He's tired. Take this chew toy and go crazy with it. In this way, you will reduce the amount of bites happening. But once when the frequency is reduced, this is the time where you teach the puppy off or leave it command. And I will surely make another video for leave it command. So make sure you subscribe. With the off or leave it command, the puppy isn't allowed to mouth you until and unless you give him or her the permission. While this whole API process, there are things that you have to keep in mind. First thing, never be aggressive. I know bites can be very frustrating, it can be very painful, but you don't need to show that aggression on your dog because that will only make it harder for the dog to understand what you're trying to convey. Never run away or do a swift movement because that stimulates the prey drive, so the puppy will bite you more harder. Patience is a key important role in this whole training program, because if you aren't patient enough, then you're teaching the puppy bad behavior, you're being aggressive with your dog, and this aggression may lead to negative behavior in a dog like barking or chewing harder or house breaking. So you have to be patient, you have to be consistent with your training to see any improvement. As I was covering through internet, I found that pretty much false information. Let me read it out for you. Using a muzzle to prevent the puppy from biting. I mean, if you're lazy, that's the option you go, but what you are doing is that you're literally stealing away his puppyhood. He's not allowed to play, he's not allowed to interact, he's not allowed to drink water. I mean, muzzle is a very easy way out, but your puppy isn't learning anything from it. It's just you being lazy. Next, never smack them on their nose. I mean, I've seen this enough on internet. I'm like, this is abuse, this is animal abuse. Never smack them on their nose, because if you keep on smacking them on their nose, the puppy will be face shy He won't be able to interact with strangers, others. I mean, you have seen dogs interacting with people, right? They come, they touch you with their nose, they sniff you. But if a puppy is face shy, he wouldn't never come near you, he would never sniff you. So it's very bad for socializing purposes. And I've seen this bizarre way of teaching a dog not to bite. So some guys are just said to stuff your thumb, hold the tongue and press it against the teeth. I mean, like, dude, seriously? Like, what? Never ever hurt your dog. You have brought a life into you have brought a new small puppy into your life for happiness, and you don't want to put him through pain just because he's being an inconvenience to you. That's all for this video, and let me conclude this. Puppy biting, what should you do? First, check intensity. Reduce the intensity. Try reduce the intensity of the bite before you try to reduce the frequency of the bite. Second, after you reduce the intensity, try on the frequency. Give him chew toys, give him chew sticks, give him something that he could chew on so that your hand is free from biting. Third point is off or leave it command. This comes at last. Many people try to teach leave it or off command at before, and what this leads to is that the puppy will never understand how much force he could use. So first, intensity, reduce the intensity, reduce the frequency of the bites, then off or leave it command. So this is all for it. This is Dutta Dogman signing off.